faculty and staff nominate outstanding teachers employed at Woodstock Academy for things that they have done this year as a way to recognize their accomplishments. And then, by a vote of their peers, a teacher is selected to represent Woodstock Academy in the state competition for a Teacher of the Year. And this year, Val May was selected as our Teacher of the Year.
Val May was chosen as Woodstock Academy's Teacher of the Year because she really epitomizes the type of educator who is continually striving to excel, to learn more, and to bring that learning back to our students.
An average day, Mrs. May's class would probably either be talking about something that we read last night so that we can understand it, or we would be doing a lab that we read about the night before.
So what you want to do is you want to pick the most linear part of the graph.
Mrs. May inspired me to go into a medical field because everything in her class she presented to be really important. So it kind of made me feel like she was really passionate about it. There was something of importance to everything that she taught, so I kind of wanted to get involved into that and think that I can do something like that.
I think Mrs. May was named Teacher of the Year because this is more than just a job to her. It's more than just coming and going. She'd stay after for hours or do whatever it takes to make sure the students were truly learning.
Well, I really want my students to have a strong foundation in the biological concepts. It's probably even more important for me that my students learn how to be self-sufficient learners, that as the semester goes on or as the year goes on, they need me less and less. They know how to access information and they know how to figure things out by breaking complex things down into smaller pieces and then build those pieces back up again.
She spends her summers often taking courses outside. She's done workshops with the CDC, with the Howard Hughes Institute. She's done lots of work both with College Board and with Pearson Publishing Company.
She's really helping teachers in that she's been on our one-to-one committee. We're going to be moving to one iPad for every student. Mrs. May's been at the forefront of that. She's been using one-to-one iPads in her classroom for a few years. She's flipped her classroom long before other teachers were talking about that. She's moved from that to a blended classroom where she's blending technology outside of the classroom and inside of the classroom and using iTunes University. She's really using technology in very cutting edge and innovative ways.
She was really involved in the classroom. She was passionate about what she was teaching, and she knew that there was some kind of an importance to it, and she wanted to reach that out to the students.
As a student, you know that she cares about your well-being.
There's a poster in my classroom that says, "Life is complicated, let's deal with it." And I think one of the favorite things that I have is when a student has been struggling and working and putting tons of effort into trying to figure out a complicated concept or how to better prepare for a test. When they finally get it, the look of pride on their face and the joy that they get from that success, the reward for their hard work is one of my rewards and one of my favorite things to see.
I thought using the iPad helped a lot with the class. During experiments, we were able to make data tables and charts and write up lab reports.
An example of how we use the technology in the classroom is we do a cellular respiration lab where before we had the probes and sensors, it was a very complicated setup, and most of the time things wouldn't work and the students wouldn't really be able to get data out of the experiment, and it was really kind of a waste of time. And now we use probes that detect the amount of carbon dioxide and how it changes over time based on what the peas are doing, whether they're cold or warm. And this year we experimented a little bit with crickets to see what happened with them, and the technology really makes that happen. The old-fashioned way of doing that AP Bio Lab, you never would have been able to use the crickets. And it added just a fun element to it to see what would happen when we made the crickets get really cold, really warm.
I like her teaching style, and I've already had her for one full semester. Now I'm on my second semester with her, and she's definitely one of my favorite teachers here.
I just want to thank Val for being inspiring to me personally as an educator, and also for being my best friend.
Mrs. May's passion for science and her students is what really inspired me to pursue a career in science.
Thank you for inspiring me to do what I'm doing now as my career.
Val May, congratulations. You certainly have earned this recognition. I'm very proud of your accomplishments. I'm very humbled that you are a part of the Woodstock Academy community.
It's a true honor to be recognized by the colleagues that I respect. and recognized for the efforts that I put both in the classroom and outside Woodstock Academy. It's just a real pleasure and a real honor.